Continuation of homework set 10, questions 12 through 15. Now this one looks interesting, doesn't it? We've got a bunch of squares. I got 3 squares, so let's do each one individually, and I'll put them in parentheses so I can keep track of which one's which. But let's take a look at this first one. Now we're squaring 2 terms, so let's write our 2-term template. Square the first, a squared, multiply the 2 together. A times 1 is 1a, double it. You get 2a, square the last. So I square the last. 1. That's the first one. Minus. Now let's look at this one. I'll put it in parentheses to capture all of it. All right, I'm squaring 2 terms. So square the first, a squared, multiply these 2 together. 2a, double it, 4a. Square the last. 2 squared is 4. Okay, I've got that one. Now plus this last one here. Square the first, a squared, multiply the 2 together. A times 3 is 3a, but you double it, so 6a, and then square the last. 3 squared is 9. Let's eliminate these parentheses. So here's a parentheses preceded by no sign at all, so I can just remove it. A squared plus 2a plus 1. Now this set of parentheses here, this one in the middle, is preceded immediately by a minus sign. So I'm going to remove it, but I'm going to change the sign of each term inside. So we will get minus a squared minus 4a minus 4. And then this last set of parentheses preceded by a plus sign, so I can just remove them. So I'll get plus a squared plus 6a plus 9. Now combine like terms. A squareds, there's 1 here, then I lose 1, but then there's 1 more over here. So like I started with 1, I lost it, and then I got it back, so I got an a squared. Now what about a's? I've got 2 of them here, I lose 4, so 2 minus 4, I'm down 2, and then I get 6 over here. So I'm down 2, I get 6, so I'm up 4. Or if you just want to think of it this way, 2 minus 4 is negative 2, plus 6 plus 4a. And then constants, we've got a 1 minus 4 is minus 3, plus 9 is plus 6, right? I'm down 3, I get 9, so I'm plus 6. Make that look like a 6. So now we've got, again, as we did in the last problem, we've got 3 squares, right? I'm going to square this binomial, square this binomial, square this binomial. Let's talk our way through the patterns. Square the first, all right? Here's the first, here's the second. So square the first. I use parentheses to capture each one of these 3 groups. So square the first, a squared, multiply these 2 terms together. A times negative 1 is negative a, but we double it, so negative 2a, and then square the last. Negative 1 squared is plus 1. All right, and then plus. Now let's get this second group. Square the first, a squared, multiply these 2 terms together. Negative 2a, double it, minus 4a, and then square the last. Negative 2 squared is 4. And then minus, okay, square the first. So again, an a squared, multiply these 2 together. Negative 3a, but we double it, so minus 6a. And square the last. Negative 3 times negative 3 is plus 9. Now remove the parentheses. This set of parentheses preceded by nothing, so how about just removing the parentheses? I'll get a squared minus 2a plus 1. This set of parentheses preceded immediately by a plus sign, so how about just plus a squared minus 4a plus 4, preceded immediately by a plus sign, so I can just remove the parentheses, keep all the signs the same. But this last set of parentheses, this set of parentheses preceded immediately by a minus sign. So remove the parentheses, but change the sign of all 3 terms inside. So we'll get minus a squared plus 6a minus 9. Combine like terms. A squared is 2 of those, and then I lose 1. So I had 1, I got another one, so it's up to 2, and then I lost 1, so I'm down to 1. So a squared And then, what have we got? Just a's. So what do we have? Whoa, I don't want to do that. So how about negative 2 minus 4 is negative 6 plus 6? Oh, those are gone, right? Did I do that right? Negative 2 minus 4 is negative 6 plus 6. No more a's. All right, constants. So constants now. I get a 1 plus 4 is 5. 5 minus 9 is minus 4. All right, so I get, you know what, I'm going to rewrite this. A squared and then minus 4. There we go. Question 14, we're squaring two terms, so we know what to do. Our template, square the first, x squared. Multiply these two together, negative 7x, but we double it, minus 14x, and square the last. Negative 7 times negative 7 is positive 49, and we are done with that one. Our last problem, number 15, we asked us to square this binomial. Let's square the first, x squared, multiply those two together, 4x, and double it, 8x, and then square that last one. 4 squared is 16, and we are done. And that finishes our homework set 10.